Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Something, All Subject channel. So I want to get back to talking about money. But on this one, I want to compare. I want to talk about homelessness as well. And I want to talk about like what I think about homelessness and what I think the main causes of it is, and what I think the homeless could do. And I want to give y'all some solutions. Like, y'all know this is a solutions-based channel. Like, and I like to come through the levels of a topic, because that's the mistake that a lot of people make on YouTube. They give you advice that's not for people that's at the level that you currently at. So you could say I was homeless in Texas, like for a little while, because we were bouncing around from room to room, because, you know, when we first got there, we couldn't find a place. So we were living in the budget suites. And I lived there for about 10 months. I moved out of there when I got my job in my career field. So we moved in there in December. We moved out of there in October. But what was strange about budget suites is budget suites felt like home. It was weird. Like, the people were nice. They didn't try to steal our stuff. They didn't bother us. And the kids was trying to play with our kids. I even saw a kid that was looking like she's finna cry, because I guess they was moving out. And the other kids didn't know. So one of the kids came up to her and said, "You coming out to play with us today?" They didn't know she was moving, but I had saw some of the stuff they was taking out of the room. She didn't want to move. She didn't want to move. Like, kids will make the best of any situation if they see you making the best of it. Like, we was having birthday parties in a hotel room, you know. And the thing about having a stay-at-home wife is this: when it doesn't work, when it fails, you got to go to something else. You got to be like, well, we'll come back to that once we get back right. I'm gonna try not to really say too much about her today, but I'm gonna talk about homelessness and money. Now, what I did that was keeping me afloat, see, when you ain't got no place, when you don't got no home, you don't have time to be in no pity party and down in the dumps, because that's going to affect your energy. You ain't going to get out there and get on your hustle. I never let it get me down. Like, I'm going to tell you, I made the best out of that, man. Like, I was watching my videos, we was listening to music, we was having birthday parties in there. You know, we was doing a lot of different stuff. But I can honestly say that I made the best out of it. I made the best out of it. And what was I doing? Let's start out with that. See, when you move somewhere, I told y'all, you need to just sign up for People Ready and the gig apps. Now you got the gig apps. If I would have had the gig apps back then, it would have been a whole nother story. But you got the it's starting to be too many people over here, man. You got the gig apps, you got People Ready. I was doing the People Ready assignments. That's when it was still called Labor Ready. And so I was doing them assignments, and then I would go pay for the room, get some food. And sometimes, like, if it was the weekend and I wasn't working, I would go get me some drinks. And I was making the best of it. I was taking the kids to the park. We went to the horse track one time. Like, we was making the best of it, you know. And so I was on my grind though. Like, I was just doing them people ready assignments because I didn't have a car for some of that time. And them people ready assignment was keeping me afloat. So if you got people ready in your city, man, go sign up. Go sign up. You got to get rid of your pride. Another thing that was helping me is I was willing to do anything. Like, I was willing to do any type of work for them to have what we needed, you know? And so I was flipping them tires. I would go to the GM warehouses. I was doing all type of assignments. And then I would get the money, not divvy it up. And I'll just keep looking for a job while I was doing that. And sometimes I had jobs and I would still be doing that. Like, and so when I got to the juvenile justice department, I still was working another job. And that was like when I had that was one of the time I had the most money in Texas, because I was working at Waffle House as a cook, and I was working the juvenile at night. It wasn't until the boss pulled a little weak move on me and made me go to late night when it wasn't even supposed to be me, because the other dude was, I can't work, and if I gotta work that shift, I'm probably gonna quit and all that. So because he wouldn't do it, and don't get me wrong, the dude was a cool dude. They made me do it, and it messed me up with the Waffle House. And so we was doing good at that time, and that took us a step back. Now remember, I tell y'all all the time how I think. Like, when you see me quit a job, it's not the first thing to happen. It's never the first thing to happen. He still was getting on my nerve how he did me with that Waffle House. Like, he intentionally messed me up with Waffle House, because before that, he told me, why you got 2 jobs? You only need 1 job. I said, I got 2 jobs. I mean, we doing better and stuff, you know, I got to do it like this. And this dude, he knew, after all that stuff I told him, he still put me on late night instead of the other dude who had a working spouse. His wife was a male lady. But he still messed me up like that. And so when you start, this how I think. Once you start doing stuff to show me you're against me, I'm not going to keep just letting you pile on me just for the sake of being somewhere. So eventually I end up quitting because they was just doing too much. And I was still mad that he messed me up with Waffle House. It wasn't even supposed to be on me to work late night. And it's like, Waffle House, I used to have to start at 6. That job, I didn't get off till 8 in the morning. So they calling me like, hey man, you coming in or what? And the dude was cool, but I was getting him in trouble. So eventually I had to quit. So what do I think? As far as homeless people, I believe that a lot of them, more than not, are homeless because they're not the ones that's able-bodied and mentally stable. They're homeless by choice. They're homeless by choice. Because I was willing to do anything or work anywhere. I didn't care. Like, I had low-paying jobs. I didn't care as long as I had something. This is why I believe that a lot of it is by their choice. Like, I would want to see how hard they was trying to find a job, what they were willing to do. And if they were putting the effort, some people put the effort forth like they need to, and they still come up short. But I think most of them, it's them. It's them. Like, when I moved to Texas, it just didn't work out the way we planned, man. Our plan was to stay in a room and do this. I was supposed to get my car down there. I lost a debit card. Some stuff went not as planned. And so I had to bounce back from that. I was taking cabs. It was eating up a lot of my money. Then we had to live and, different stuff. But as far as homeless people, I think that a lot of them ain't doing enough. They supposed to be practically around the clock. If you got to go to a library, if you got to walk, whatever you got to do, you keep applying for jobs until you get one. Think of how many days elapsed with some of them where they wasn't even trying. Like I said, for one of the first things I said in this video is you have to be willing to do whatever you got to do. So there's not much room for lounging around or pity parties. Another reason why I say it's it was their choice. It was their fault. We're going to get into some things that happened. It's not their fault. We're going to get into that because I'm the truth man and I'm fair. Is that when they did have jobs, they wasn't saving money. We talk a lot about saving money on here. Saving money will eliminate homelessness. So if you work a job for 5 years, 10 years, and then all of a sudden things go awry and you homeless, if you saved your money that whole time, you can cushion the fall. But if you spent all of your money, do y'all see what I'm saying? Do y'all see the point I'm making? If you spent all your money. So it's their choice and a lot of times it's their fault. Now, divorce sometimes causes homelessness. Sickness sometimes causes homelessness. We not talking about them. We talking about the majority. The majority, it was caused by something that they was doing. Drug addiction. Not saving money. See, when we make bad decisions, the bad decisions don't always come back to hunt us right away. Like me, had I been saving my money like the whole time, I've been working since 16, I wouldn't have never even been in that room. So I'm talking about myself too. Not saving money will destroy your life in the United States. You can't spend everything. You don't know what tomorrow may bring. So we're going to talk about how they can bounce back too. We're going to talk about that. Because this, like I say, this is a solutions-based channel. But it was something that led up to that. Like some jobs, although I cannot be a hypocrite, I have quit jobs too. But sometimes people quit for foolish reasons. But nobody bothering them like that where they should have quit. If your freedom ain't in jeopardy, all they doing is just talking. Man, sometimes you might want to stay and just stand on them. Stand on their necks and be saving your money. Be like, okay, I got to get a month rent. Your rent $1,400. I got to get at least 1 month rent. Then you get the 1 month and be like, okay, now I'm working on the second month. So you save that. You save that. And that's what? If your rent is $1,400, that's saving $350 a week. Be like, okay, I'm finna make the sacrifice. I'm finna save. Boom. You do it 2 months. Now you got $2,800. You got $2,800. You ain't gonna have to move nowhere. And you gonna find another job if you look. And so when you get that $2,800, you get another job, you just keep pinching whatever you can pinch off that. If it's a low paying job, be like, man, I don't care what I owe. I'm saving 25, 30. Y'all got to stop putting them bills in front of your savings, man. You want to pay your bills, but not before you save. And so your boss has been an idiot. You don't fight them. Just save your money. Your coworkers is idiots. Forget them. If your boss is cool and your coworkers is idiots, they don't even matter. They don't matter. What they gonna do? Run their freaking mouth, because most of them, they not gonna fight. Especially the smaller ones. They just using, because they know you can't do nothing to them. And we got to start knowing that. They know you can't do nothing to them. That's why they doing that. Women, they even be running their mouth. Scared of everything. Bug come around. There's a fly. Scared of everything. We got to start ignoring people. See, let me see. What did I have a job where I really, let me see, a job that I quit that I didn't necessarily. Sewage district. But I quit that because I was being young and dumb. I just thought my business was going to take right off. And I was like 25 when I was working there. Or 28. I was in my 20s. Yeah, I was like 27, 28. But a lot of that is self-inflicted, y'all. I was kind of shaving earlier. That's what's on my shirt. I brushed it off. Now, what can they do? Like I said, you got to be aggressive in your job hunt. Aggressive in your working. Like if you do people ready assignments or like any temp assignment or go and try to do something for somebody there where you can make money. And even if it's just $50, you'd be like, okay, I'm putting 10 of this up and I'm not spending it no matter what. You're supposed to save money even if it's small amounts. So you'd be like, I'm not spending it no matter what. It'd be like 10. And you keep doing that 50, 50, 50, 50, and you keep saving 10. The 10th time you do whatever you was charging 50, you got $100 now. Now you got money if you get hungry, if you need to buy you a shirt for a job interview. See, we gotta emphasize the importance of saving. Saving is far more important than investing. Saving what you got. So then after that, you keep looking for a job. You homeless. Don't get a place right away. Just keep roughing it till you get your money saved up, your security deposit, your furniture, the stuff you're gonna need, a little cushion. You just keep roughing it. Don't run and get no place right away. Just dude, who cares what people say? Especially people that's not helping you. If I'm homeless and you got 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 in your bank account and you're not helping me, this was resonating in my mind when you talk. So that's why more people living in storage units out of their car. People is bouncing back, man. They like, you know what, man? I'm going to rough it a little while. And they sneaking living in that storage unit for like $150. They already be having their job. Boom, 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 boom. This one dude, he was able to save up to get an apartment that was $2,000 a month. And he had the money. So, You do what you got to do to get a job. And if you get a job, I don't care if you got a college degree. If you got to work at McDonald's or somewhere and they the ones that hire you, go work there. Go work there. And then when they start acting crazy on you, look at it like this. Be like, what's more important? Me responding to them or me getting out of my situation? So boom, 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 you getting them checks. You on time. You doing what they ask. You're not engaging in arguing and stuff. You're not engaging in that arguing and stuff. Like when I was younger, I'd be like, man, I'm 50 now. I'm not finna argue. Because I know most people can't whip me anyway, even though I'm 50. I know how to fight. I'm going to be honest. Not tooting my own horn. I'm just being honest. I know how to put these punches together, and I know how to get you on that ground too. So, as long as my thing is this, as long as you don't try to micromanage me and show favoritism, I don't care. It's going to be a little favoritism if they've been there longer than me. I could work with a little. Just do not make it your business to give me a hard time. Because I'm going to start, after a while, I'll ignore you for a while. But after a while, I'm going to start checking you. And then that's when the whole thing, you just going to have to find somebody else eventually. Just leave me alone. Let me do the job that you hired me to do. You ain't my God. Just let me do my job. If they let me do my job, I'm telling you, I'll be there until I get other stuff going right. If they just being too much of a problem, I'll take 2 steps back, start over. Because now I know how to do it, because I'm going to be saving every step of the way. And here's another thing. You want to be honest before the Most High. But don't let nobody use honesty to keep you down. So if you looking for a job and you a felon and people just not giving you a chance, make them look for it. Don't even tell them. Don't even tell them. Why should you not be able to bounce back in your life because of something back there? Now, I know that's their job to find out what you did, but you know whether or not you changed. So if you changed and they trying to hold it against you, I'll be like, no. What's the worst thing? The Most High you're going to have to give account to God. But man, if you with them, that's not going to be much of a problem for you. So next, you don't have much time to hang out. Remember, you homeless. And even if you bounce back, once you bounce back and get a place, then you got to remember and remind yourself of what it was like back there. And your decisions moving forward should be decisions to keep you from going back to that. So you ain't got time to hang out unless everything is paid, your money is saved, and things is good to go. Other than that, you ain't got time to hang out. You get your driver's license. Don't rest until you got that. Even if you ain't got no car, get your driver's license. Because then, like I said, once you get a car, boom, Uber, Lyft. And once you got your license, you can get a car through them. Uber and Lyft drivers make more than most of these jobs. They're going to have driverless cars. Until then, bam, I'm gonna do it. Save. And then if they do it, if they do it, and money is still a thing, and I'm sitting on $100,000, cool, I'll just go do something else. I ain't gonna support it. Anything, we got to start doing that as Americans. If they trying to take jobs away from us, we need to boycott that technology. Because it's not benefiting us. It's just benefiting rich people who want to stay over us. And y'all, what's the point of you getting in a driverless car? What if you was an Uber driver? Would you want somebody to do that while you doing Uber? Y'all be bugging out, man. I'm telling you, y'all be acting dumb. So you do what you got to do. You ain't got time to be sitting around, man. If I would have went to the NBA, I used to be good at basketball. Ask my mama. You didn't go to the NBA, and I didn't go to the NFL. So now we need to figure out how to get NBA money without the NBA. Next thing, you got to change the way you think. If you get food stamps and all that right now, so what? So what? Get any assistance you can get. That don't determine who you are as a person. But don't have the mindset where, I got to make sure I don't make enough. So, nah, if you make enough, then you just buy your food. You should be saving your money anyway, right? Have a food budget. Be like, okay, I'm throwing 50 in here every week. And then I'm going to go shopping once I hit 200. I guarantee you could fill your freezer up, catch some deals. Don't get into that, man, I got to make sure I don't make enough so I get my food stamp. Don't think like that. Don't think like that. Don't think like that. If you got kids, you want to make enough for you and your kids. If you divorce, F her. That's her problem. She probably messing with other dudes anyway. Let her get it from them. But your kids, if they call you up, they should be able to get some of them things they want. They should be, I don't even celebrate Christmas, but once I move, every year around that time, I'm going to just be giving them stuff. Just for the evil people that want to look down on me, they ain't going to be able to. They ain't going to be able to. And I don't even celebrate Christmas, but watch. That's going to be one of the times, their birthday, Christmas, them going to be the times of the year I'm going to flood them with whatever they want. Whatever they want. Next thing, again, if you homeless because you divorced, then you can't afford to be 100% honest. You're going to have to be doing something where you're getting cash under the table or whatever you got to do, man. Because if these courts will keep you homeless, they'll try to tell you got to pay her bills. And she'll be laid up with her head on somebody else's chest and you had to pay the rent. This is why, forget about that marriage stuff. Forget about that. It's not for you. It's not for you. And if you do it, don't get no marriage license, then you still could dump her and walk away with your stuff. As long as you in the right state. You dating these women, look up palimony states. If you in a palimony state, don't ever move her in. And don't move in with her. Look up palimony states. So, I got to get going. It's a lot of their own fault, man. But it's not over. You still breathing. You got to make different decisions next time. And when you do get a job, like when I get another job, which I gotta wait and see how all this finna turn out. But when I do decide to work a job, then from day one, it's gonna be all about what I can save. I'm gonna be completely on budget and saving. I'm gonna have my envelopes, the envelope strategy. I'm gonna have food and gas. I'm gonna have together, utilities, miscellaneous clothing, shoes, all that. Because a lot of time, people will leave you alone if you fly. Even your bosses, like if you coming to work and you pulling out a bankroll and buying stuff out the vending machine and you got nice shoes stuff like that. A lot of time, these people are superficial. They'll be messing with you sometimes because of how you look. You got on nice cologne. I told Charisma, I said, I'm going to play on these people's superficiality. I haven't played on it because I just didn't care. I still don't. But now I'm all about marketing myself, so on and so forth. So, you know, you going to get the real ones. Like, I get the real ones on my channel. The ones that they look beyond mere carnalities, as he said on Mark. He said, I look beyond mere carnalities. David Allen Greer. But yeah, man, you can move. Like, if you're not doing good in closing, if you're not doing good in your city, especially if you homeless right now, you get you a job, you pile that money up, and you just go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. I would say your goal is 5 G's. And y'all making enough money to save 5 G. If it take you a whole year, 5 G's is only what? That's not even, that's 100, let me see, 100, 200, 300, 400. That's 400, like 400 and, that's like $415 a month. Which breaks down, if you're getting paid every 2 weeks, $207. $207.50. Some of y'all, it's just time for y'all to go, man. If you're not doing good where you grew up at, man, it's a whole world out here. Dude, some places you go, they'll just be willing to give you a chance because they don't know you. Sometimes people be closed-minded, but sometimes they don't. Like when I was in Texas, man, I had a supervisor named Reggie at Luxottica. And Reggie, the way he was acting in the interview, I left like not thinking I had the job, like, but I think he was really trying not to show no emotion, but I think what I was telling him was hitting him. And Reggie was a good dude, man. Reggie used to look out for me. That's one of the things that I notice about, like even here, like everywhere you go, it's going to be that one person that's on your team that'll try to look out for you. And you got to know that. You got to know that. You got to be like, when you move, you got to be like, I know it's going to be somebody here that's going to have my back, because it always is. I had Reggie in Texas. I had my supervisor, Mr. Taylor, here. It's like you always got that one person that's going to have your back no matter what. You know? And I got a couple people now. But let me get out of here. Like, save your money. Be willing to do anything. Don't be spending your time pointing fingers, man. You don't have time to do that. Some of y'all's homeless, like I said, because the divorce, family court just destroyed you. You can't even afford this stuff. You can't even afford a place. But you got to do what you got to do to bounce back. You got to be in your car. You got to be in the storage unit. If you got to just tell somebody, man, just let me crash a little while, and I promise you, I'm going to help. I'm going to pay you this, pay you that. And do not rest until you got a job. Do something on the side. Do something. Like if you got $20, try to get you well, they ain't got no grass in Arizona, but like some places got grass. And be like, I'm going to hold this 20 or however much it costs to rent. Call Home Depot and say, how much do it cost to rent a lawnmower? And then just know that and keep that And then just try to go around like, I cut your grass, I'll do this, I'll do that. And when you do, bam, you go rent the lawnmower and you cut that grass. Like if you ain't got no car, you want to start with the people closest to Home Depot first, where you can practically walk. Like some people will feel sorry for you and they'll help you even more. There's still some good people in the world, y'all. I'm telling you, I've experienced it. Everywhere I went, even here, there's still good people in the world. Some places be a little more sketchy, so people won't help you like that because they'll be thinking you up to something. But a lot of people, when they drive past you, it's not because they just selfish like that. Some of them is. It's because people be setting people up. But anyway, remember, content by request is $1.99 or more via Cash App, preferably. Remember, y'all, hit the like button. Don't even give them a chance to censor me. They try to censor the truth on this social media. It's not just YouTube. Hit the like button. If you like what I'm saying and you want to hear other people, you want other people to hear it, share it. And I'll see y'all in the next video.